Good morning, guys. Welcome from an early morning here in the city of Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. It's 6:45. I'm still waking up, but I'm on my way to the meeting point. Streets are still pretty much empty, but today I'm going to be heading to Kol Tor Lake, which is about a 2.5 hour drive outside of Bishkek. We have made it for our pre-hiking shop stop. Unfortunately, my guide doesn't speak English, he only speaks Russian. So I asked him to Google Translate what he was saying, or he said he would Google Translate for me. But it sounded like he was giving such an interesting talk, but I only got the shopping details from the translation. Anyways, he made a good point. We're going to be hiking around 8 kilometers. So, wow, where am I even walking? We're going to be walking for about 8 kilometers. So anything that you're taking in your bag is going to go all the way up. Well, we have made it at our starting point in the Kegeti Gorge, or Kegeti Gorge, where we will be starting the hike. It is absolutely stunning. Like, even coming up here, we saw wild horses drinking from the river, which was really cool. Anyways, there are a couple of ways that you could get here. The first way would be to get the marshrutka, which is the public transport, and then go up to the village, and then from there hitchhike into the gorge to the starting point. The problem with this for today would have been that there would be no one to hitchhike with. There are literally 2 other cars here. It's probably because it's a Tuesday, but this is a popular hiking route in the weekend. So in the weekend, you'll probably have more luck coming hitchhiking. The second option is driving here yourself, but just keep in mind that there is a whole stretch of road that is not tarred. It is a very rocky and rough road, so if you are coming in a car, make sure it's a stable one. The third option is the option that I also chose, and that is to actually book a tour. I booked a group tour. We were with like 10 people, I guess, and I paid 800 som, which is under 10 euros, and this includes the transportation from Bishkek to the starting point and also the guide services going into the mountains. So I think that was a pretty good deal, and also I didn't have to think about how I was going to get you a rush anyway. I just knew I would get from A to B and then be able to enjoy the hike. Well, the hike has officially started. From what I understood from this lovely person next to me who translated for me, is that the first kilometers of the hike are going to be actually pretty easy, but then after that we're going to do the elevation. So a lot of people rented the hiking poles. I'm stubborn and didn't do that. So let's see what happens. Anyways, views look good so far. So I'm curious to see what the rest is going to be like. So we're now passing a yurt camp. I don't know when they are open, but from what I understood from the guide, these yurts are actually open throughout the year. So this could be a nice option if you do want to go do a full day trip here to Kol Tor. You could hike your way up, come down, have something to eat, stay in one of these beautiful looking yurts, and then head back to Bishkek or wherever you're going. But yeah, crazy views. Very nice way to wake up, I think, if you're staying in one of these. Okay, got some more sun cream for my face, because really the sun is really rough, really hot. Oh, okay, all good. Oh my goodness, blessed be the shade of the trees that we are now going into. Oh, please don't underestimate the sun if you are going to come and hike here, because it is really hot. Anyways, look at this beautiful river view, and in the back there it looks like a rock pool. I'm sure that it has some sort of function for animals to drink or something, but having a little dip in that, man, that doesn't sound like half a bad idea. We have made it into the forest, which is very nice because of the shade. Oh, but man, you can already feel that the elevation is slightly starting. Kol Tor Lake is actually one of the many places in Kyrgyzstan that you'll only be able to get to by foot. So if you're not a hiker, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're not going to make it to the actual lake because you can only get there by foot. One tip that I would give you is bring some shoes with actual grip. I have my hiking boots on, so they grip nicely. I really am proud of myself so far because I'm actually doing really well. I really enjoy this hike. It's very nice. The elevation now is not too bad. I am expecting it to go up because the elevation, I think I mentioned this, goes up like 900 meters. So it's going to be quite the difference. But yeah, so far so good. So that is where we're going. No flat road anymore. We finished the easiest part, yeah. Now we're going up. Wow, even the water of this little stream feels so good. It's so nice and cold. Oh. Okay, well, it is now 11:30. We have stopped for a small break. As far as I have understood, it's still going to be another 2.5 hours to get to the lake. So we're going to arrive there at 2 o'clock, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. What was also just explained is that we've actually just done the easiest part. Now the hardest part will come, but the hardest part due to elevation, right? Yeah, so we're still going to do the actual elevation. So maybe me being all cool and thinking this hike wasn't that bad, I might be crying at the end of this, who knows? Well, it's quite crazy because somewhere behind that tree over there is where we came from. That's a river we were walking next to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go up. I want to go to the lake. I don't want to walk up. Oh. Already had my first slip. Just got to be careful. There's like a lot of gravel and stuff. So when you are going down on like walking sideways on a ledge, just be careful so that you've got proper grip. I didn't see that one coming. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, well, it was nice to have a little bit of a rest, have some food and something to drink. Now we're gonna head off, continue to Kol Tor. Like I said, this is where it is behind there, but we're actually gonna be taking our route over the hill and around. I'm guessing that is because the hike is probably a bit easier going around that because this is like very steep. Another cool thing is that so far, besides our little group of 10 people, I've only saw 4 other hikers, and I'm not sure if this is because it is a Tuesday. But it's really nice because what our tour guide was saying is that usually when coming up here it is very busy, and then also of course because this is a popular weekend route, I think in the weekends this would be a lot more busy. So we've got the place pretty much to ourselves, which is awesome. It's so nice when we go back in between the trees because the sun is lethal, man. Also the air here is extremely dry. And the ground is as well, so you keep getting the dust coming up. So like my nose feels like it's completely damaged from the dust that's come into it. But we're going back into the trees. I've got an inkling that we're very close now. Okay, I think this part coming from our break where we had our food, heading to the last part to the lake, is actually the most challenging part for me. It's because you're already tired, the heat's come in and it's quite steep. So I think if you have hiking experience already, you're going to be okay. Like it's going to be a good walk, but the last part's going to be a little bit challenging. If you don't have hiking experience, I do think this is going to be quite a tough hike, which you've already seen in our group. But in the end, I think it's going to be worth it. So just got to push through the last little bit, because I'm guessing that behind this hill is going to be the lake. The closer we get, the further away it looks. I think we're almost there. Come on, Rich. That is so turquoise. What the hell? Look at that. We've made it. We've made it. Well guys, there you have it. Isn't this just worth it? So like I mentioned, even if you are an experienced hiker, the last part of the hike is actually quite challenging, so be prepared for that. If you are a beginner hiker, just know that through all the struggle, you will end up here at this beautiful turquoise lake at 2,725 meters high at Kol Tor. Just some extra tips: bring suntan lotion, something that I forgot, so I'm glad that I got some from somebody, because it's good to protect your skin. Good shoes, very good shoes, and comfortable clothing. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you actually a proper recap on the hike from Kol Tor before I actually end this video, because at the lake I was a little bit tired. Anyways, so we left at 10:15 in the morning to do the hike up, and we arrived there at around 2:15, 2:30. So that is a 4 hour and 15-minute hike up. It is a pretty intense one, and like I mentioned already in the video, don't underestimate the sun. I had put some suntan lotion on, but what I didn't realize until I got home is that actually, I don't know if you can see that, I got a beautiful sun mark there. And then also here in my hairline, I have gotten sunburned. So the sun was absolutely lethal. Even my ankles that were stinking out from my leggings, they have also been burnt. So what I would advise is get a very good sunscreen, and then also wear a cap so that you protect your head, because I'm feeling a little bit sickish actually from having the sunburn on my scalp. Then another thing, I didn't film the hike going down, but we left at around 4 o'clock to hike down, and we only arrived again between 6:15 and 6:30. So keep in mind that it's going to be another 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2.5 hours to get down. Then I also fell going down, because the steep decline is actually quite treacherous, and you got a lot of loose rocks everywhere. So make sure that you are washing your feet properly, that you've got shoes that grip, and then also somebody gave me one of the walking sticks going down, which saved me a lot of other slips. So if you do have the opportunity to take walking sticks or the hiking sticks, take them, because they will help you going downwards. One last thing before I go, that is that if I have to believe my Steps app, we hiked for around 18 kilometers, and then put on top of that the elevation of 900 meters. It is quite a good hike. So if you are an experienced hiker, this is a really, really nice day hike. But I just do want to warn people that are going to go to Kol Tor and do not have hiking experience, that for me, like especially the last strip going up to the lake was actually really challenging, and I already have some sort of hiking experience. I definitely wouldn't say that I'm a pro, but I do like walking and hiking a lot. So yeah, just bear that in mind, that it isn't going to just be a walk in the park. You're going to have to put in some effort for that. Anyways, I hope that these last little conclusions gave you a bit more insight into what the hike is like. We didn't have to actually bring any warm clothing, because it was still very hot at the lake, so my winter jacket and my raincoat were not necessary, but I would also advise keeping an eye out for the weather forecast before you go up. Okay, so there's all my recap. Thank you for joining until the end, and I really hope to see you in the next video. If you have any other tips, if you have been to Kol Tor, let me know in the comments below, because they could help other viewers as well. And otherwise guys, I'll see you next time.